I've gotten way more credits for just looting random crap around the world. I got another storage probe. Filling in the Collectopedia. Do you know about the Collectopedia? Yeah, I do actually. It's a database for all the mysterious items found on Mira. Operatives who come across anything of significance during their travels are requested to register an entry. They'll receive small rewards as you register items. Yep, been doing it. Segment Recon. How goes your survey of Mira? Remember that your survey rate can be boosted by more than just planting data probes. Doing a recon for the segment surrounding a Frontier Nav site will also help. So try knocking out some recon whenever you can. Yeah, been doing that. It's a new arms manufacturer called Meredith & Co. Apparently, they're implementing new technology based on data from Xeno combat encounters. Sounds pretty cool, huh? I don't know to the AM Terminal and Armory Alley to check them out. I might have some uranium I can invest. Heart-to-hearts. Heart-to-hearts are special conversations that may trigger once you achieve a certain level of affinity with a teammate. Viewing heart-to-hearts further increases your affinity with them. I don't think I ever engaged much with heart-to-hearts in like any of my previous playthroughs. Heart-to-hearts can be triggered when the ally is not an active member of your team and placed where the heart-to-heart icon is shown. Certain heart-to-hearts have further requirements that must be met before viewing them. You can check those by interacting with the heart-to-heart icon in the game world or on the map. Yeah, this is kind of why I never really bothered all that much with this kind of thing. Yeah, so L is available now, Shield Trooper Plus. So I guess he's a tanky character as well. Again, I never really played around with other characters because I was always required to have Elma and Lynn. And sometimes that would be it. And sometimes I could have like one more character. And then maybe I could put like Arena in as like the default kind of standard healer. And that was as far as like my party setups got in the story. But if I have a bit more freedom, then maybe I should play around with some other characters here in the story. Maybe you should take over as my tank. And I really hope this game actually explains who the hell you are. You can see exactly where it cuts off at the top there. Where the models can be. A native of planet Mira, though eerily statuesque by human standards, L's looks offer a sharp contrast to his whimsical speech and folksy personality. His immense knowledge has gained him the trust of both Nagi and Vandam. L gives equal support to all comrades, no matter where they hail from. He uses a unique style based on the Shield Trooper class. Okay, interesting. So, I mean... Here, if I, So you're a Shield Trooper. You're a Shield Trooper Plus. Does that imply that you're just better, technically? I know that they have different arts that they have access to. Okay, so it looks like I can get Fry now. The different things here. I can get Fry. I can get... I don't remember. I can get... I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest with you. But yeah, if everybody gains EXP, like, in the background, I don't have to worry about putting them in my party to level them. I was thinking about bum rushing this game with, like, recruiting very few people. But it might not actually be a bad idea to recruit people if they're gaining EXP along the way, and I can just swap them into my party whenever I want. And the fact that in story missions, I can have, like, 4 characters of whoever I want, seemingly. So I actually have, like, more incentive to collect different characters and use them than I did in the original game, where it's just like, yeah, it's an option there for when you're doing side stuff, things that aren't the main story if you want, but generally, why would you? I actually have reason to in this game, and that's nice. I don't always need healer in here. I do want to grind affinity on Lamau, so I would like to get him in here, because that's going to be important. I can always get affinity with you later. Yeah, and if I'm not required to use Elma, then once my character becomes better than Elma, then maybe I should just cycle somebody else in here so I can start building affinity with a different character, you know? What I might just do once my character is good enough to take over. Still gonna be a little smidge. Like, especially considering, even though I can play as my character for a bit once I go into the Full Metal Jaguar class, I do want to, like, get longswords figured out and be working on that. In fact, I could do that. Hold on. Wait a second. Yeah, I'd love to see my progress. Wait a second here. Alright. I'm at the 10.5 hour mark. My god. Jeez. Press B and then A. Let's see here. Blade Barracks has been updated. Yeah, there's more stuff that I can do now. More quests that unlock. Hold on a hot second. So, the main things that I am going to want in terms of my character for building is Full Metal Jaguar is the most important thing for just, like, getting my overdrive build stuff in the first place. And I want to use dual guns as my gun weapon. But my melee weapon, I would like to be longsword. Because I would like... Samurai Sword, Last Stand. Where's the thing? There it is. Offensive Stance is a thing that I would like. And I would like Blossom Dance, which isn't a thing that I get here. It's going to be a thing that I have to get through Nagi's affinity mission, which I forget if his first one is a required one in the story anyway. It might be. And if I unlock long swords like first, then I think that I can do, like, I can go through the Winged Viper progression while wielding a long sword. Maybe. That might not even be, like, super important. It might only be, like, sometime much later that I would need that anyway. I'll stay in Winged Viper for now, how about? That's what I'll do. Active members. I keep on trying to select party there. So yeah, I mean, if I have a quick look at L here with Shield Trooper Plus. Actually, hold on a hot second. Just to, like, compare the two of them side by side out of curiosity. What's the difference between the Shield Trooper and the Shield Trooper Plus anyway? Because, again, I am not used to, like, actually being able to play around with other party members because the game kind of actively disincentivized it before. But I'm really liking these changes with this version of the game. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, so you have to unlock a whole bunch of stuff. But comparing them, Wild Down, Iron Prison, Wild Smash. There's your unique one, Mindstorm. I forget what your other unique one was. I think you'd have a unique one here. That'd probably be Stellar Ray, if memory serves. Astral Protection. They have the same amount of arts, it seems like. They have different arts. With Shield Trooper and Shield Trooper Plus to give them a little bit more differences, I guess. But it's not like one inherently has more than the other. It doesn't seem like. Boy, Alice just registered P4 REJP. So yeah, P4 Remake is due. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, if I don't need to use a Lin, then maybe I'll use L. And that'll also help change things up for my last playthrough here. So maybe my current active members will be like Attacker, Trainee, that's getting class experience here, Tank, and someone that I need hearts with desperately. Yeah, I'm thinking that. So he doesn't really have much in the way of hearts now, so I'll assign some of his BP, like, after he unlocks some more things anyway. I will... No, I won't actually have a look at skills as well. Here. Let's go ahead and accept some of these other quests. What's my Moranium looking like? Oh, sweet. Not quite capped out. I guess I got, like, 2 ticks to go by. And, yeah, one more, and then a bunch will go to waste. So, I should invest that. Or I can check really quickly if there's new things here. Because if anyone wants Moranium with a quest here first, then I'll do that first and foremost. Eleanor is here now. Yeah, the new orders and stuff. Alexa, that's gonna be an important one at some point, so yeah, accept that. Sure, that's already in progress and stuff. That's another tester thingerbob. That's sure. Keep an eye out for that. Gather those. Unite the Ambusher. Sightings rare. I get a hoodie for that. I've got all the thingerbobs then. Sure. I don't think anyone wants Moranium. Wait, I can double check, like, across the whole thing really quickly. Nobody wants Moranium. There's Moranium. That's in Cauldros, so sure. Abandon that. Anyone else want Moranium really quickly? Because I may as well give it to you before I start investing in the arms manufacturers. So that's in the administrative district. Let's have a quick look-see here. Moranium. This one is right over there. So let's deliver that to you really quickly. And then I'll invest the rest in the arms manufacturers here. Probably invested in the new one that I just unlocked. Whoa. This is what I should probably do. So let's see here. Well, there's a yellow thing. Yoink. Information has been registered. Nice. So this is going to be downward. So let's head down here. Yeah, so it's down there. Ah, nose. Still little bits of sniffling. My nose is, like, really dry on the outsides. That's what I've definitely found here still. You here with that Moranium? I tell you, between scale maintenance and the other heavy machinery, we really chew through this stuff. I can use about 1,800 units this time. Here you go. Thanks a bunch. See you again soon, I hope. Here we go. Sweet. Did the thing. I'm contributing. I'm getting affinity and stuff. I also, now that I've done that mission, I can expand my capacity here by a decent bit. So I might just do that. Like that. I mean, it still doesn't change the fact that I can only get like 2 ticks before a subsequent tick would have a bunch go to waste. So putting that storage probe there probably doesn't matter too much, but like, hey, as I put down more mining probes, this will matter more. Especially if I get a little bit further into Oblivia there. Let's see here. So let's invest the rest of my Moranium. Have it be contributing to something. Let's see here. Access. Yeah, just the manage AMs. New arms manufacturer has set up shop in NLA, Meredith & Co., an innovative user of ganglion tech in the weapon design field. Its products have made waves for their ability to harness ether, a feat which has until now proven difficult for human technology. Yeah, because I'm using their stuff. Let's see here. Take all my crap. Here you go. Invest. Look, immediately to level 3. AM level up. I'll actually press B right off the bat this time. Wow, that, I've played this game many times before. I would have seen this before, but probably always comes as a bit of a shocker. Lightware series. This Meredith & Co. lightware infused with ether resistance is a boon of super technology. Don't hit the battlefield without it. Yes, I look like I would be very resistant to all forms of damage with something like that on. I appreciate the follow there, X Primox. I almost said X Primov because I don't know what letters are sometimes. Something like that could pair really well with like a snorkel and flippers, stuff like that, when I make some like joke stuff later. It'd be kind of fun. Grando 2 series. No one can hold a candle to Meredith tech. We've proven that in the Grando 2 series, gravity guns that incorporate xenoform knowledge. Gravitate yourself to one today. Don't remember seeing that on the Wii U version? Yeah, neither do I. Like, I'm sure I would have, but I don't remember seeing it. Ruina 3 series. Meredith is breathing new life into the Psycho launcher market with its all-new Ruina 3 line. Come see the Meredith difference for yourself. We've got the Candela 3 series. The Candela 3 Photon Saber is Meredith's latest in gravity-based gear. Cut down foes with a mighty blow that bends space-time itself. Wow, big words there. We got the Pelum 2 series. Long before the pen, we took spear in hand. By melding this noble weapon with ether technology, we bring you the Pelum 2 line. I could just do like this, like, oh yeah, my hotkeys aren't working. To have the full picture be shown, never mind. Javelins of unrivaled destructive force. A new chapter in human history starts here and now. Those are definitely brand new, you think so? I definitely recognize this armor. This looks familiar here. Heavyware series. Meredith & Co. makes history again. As Heavyware sports solid defense that can resist a variety of attack types. It's an essential component of every operative's arsenal. Because I'm pretty sure there would have been time I would have used this armor. Like, especially this kind of black one here. I'm pretty sure I remember using that in Xenoblade Chronicles X before. I don't think I ever used the Lightwear series. I don't think I ever had any reason to. If I can just get, like, better stats with the heavy stuff anyway. Alright, well, there's that. The things that we have around here. There's Close Comrades. I need Doug Lau at level 20. L's Conundrum. Gonna be a little while before I can do that. I keep on thinking that these orange ones are gonna be, like, regular missions, but I gotta remember those are green. Things are all color-coded and stuff. Hope Springs Eternal. I need to be level 21 for that. I could probably get HB right now. Okay, so I can do a Foggy Dilemma, except backup request basic mission. Okay. All sorts of things here. Meeting Yelp. I can get all sorts of party members at this point. Ties that bind. I am the level for that I need to be. Renewed Will. That'd be Arena's first one. 9 lives. I need to be level 20 for that one anyway. Yeah, that one that I don't really have the things for. A Proper Chopper. Roscoe. Yeah, there's this one. And I remember this one leading to other stuff, despite it being listed as a basic mission. I remember it leading to other things here. Let me go... Actually, wait. I probably didn't need to go here. I might have actually been able to hover over the story mission and see the prerequisites. Can I? Let me just see here. I can. I didn't need to come here at all. That's actually kind of nice. Install data probe at Oblivia's entrance. Alright, did that. Complete Renewed Will affinity mission. Okay. The sooner I do Chapter 5, the sooner I get Overdrive, and the sooner I can start destroying everything. So I might actually just bum rush for this. let's see about doing Renewed Will. And then maybe just immediately go into Chapter 5 and hope that I'm strong enough for it at this point. Restricted characters arena. So I guess I think that means that I can't have her in my party for that. Not I need her in my party for that, right? Or maybe it's that I do need her in my party for, I forget. The affinity mission centers around her. I forget. It has been a bit of a hot second. I assume I need her in my party. But it could be that I need her outside my party so that she can like appear in cutscenes and stuff here. Like, hey, wasn't expecting to see you here. Next member is 4, no specific requirements. Yeah, so I gotta do Renewed Will. Be unable to accept any story missions until the affinity mission is complete. That doesn't matter, because I can't do the next story mission until I do this one anyway. So let's do it. Yeah, so I guess you need to be out of the party. Baked Bennett Goods. Cafe, bakery, restaurant.
Colonel. Off duty today, Arena? Finally. I love my team, but we're together 24/7. I thought it'd be
It's
nice
also
to grab a
night,
bite
so
by
I mean, I don't know what
myself,
hour
but,
she works.
You realized eating alone is kind of pathetic?
Well, that's not exactly how I'd put it.
Too sad and lonely to eat? Tatsu can definitely help Arena there. Tatsu is happy to chew and swallow food for Arena's sake.
Helpful as ever, small fry.
You travel with quite the cast of characters, Colonel.
Well, if it ain't Arena.
That's Lieutenant Arena to you. She was a real big shot back on Earth, remember?
Hey, she's Blade now, same as us. Just another lowly stinking grunt. No better than you or me. Ain't that right, Arena?
Something like that.
Ah, hey, now that ain't fair. Think about it. She does pretty damn well with the hand she was dealt. Even saddled with losers like Gwen, her team manages to pull off a mission now and then.
Leave it, Arena. They aren't worth the effort. Yes, ma'am.
See that? She's like a cute little puppy, all trained and everything.
Yeah, you're right. Elma calls the shots now. Her and that freak show she calls a team. Beauty and the Beasts.
Right? Listen, Elma, when you're ready to have a real man serve under you, call me, okay?
That's enough! I was going to let you two mouth breathers off this time, but talking trash about my team and the Colonel? No way. It's time for a lesson.
Oh, baby. A private lesson?
Oh, this ought to be good. Let's go.
I kind of want to hang back.
We really don't have time for this kind of nonsense, you know. I'm sorry, Colonel, but I can't just ignore what they said. I know. And since we don't have time for it, I'll help you keep it short.
The more the merrier. Colonel or General or whatever. Fancy titles ain't gonna save you here.
Freeze, maggots!
Commander Vandam.
This isn't... I mean, they started it.
Shut your hole! I saw the whole thing, including where you picked a fight that was about to get your teeth kicked in. Now get your skinny little asses back to the barracks. Your tongues have an appointment with some toilet seats. Sorry about that. Those boys just got no discipline. Though I'm a little surprised to see you in a street fight, Elma.
You're right. Usually, I would have put an end to it. But Irina's been one of mine since basic. This was personal. Thanks, Colonel. And I'm sorry. I just can't deal with men like that. Ugh.
You okay?
Just forget it.
What's the matter? I don't know.
Why do you ask?
Friend want to say Arena acting like weirdo, but not have tact like Tatsu.
Right. I'll be fine.
I get it. And don't worry. We can talk about it later, when Tatsu isn't around.
Lindley cruel.
Let's just drop it, okay? The commander didn't come all this way to hear my problems.
All right. Actually, I came looking for you, Elma.
A new mission?
Yeah. Some local indigents causing a ruckus over on the Grieving Plains. It ain't pretty. Lost a few prospectors already.
Understood. We're on it.
Colonel, I'd like to join you, if that's all right.
Whoa, whoa, whoa now. You're off duty today.
I need to blow off some steam. And besides, I miss working with the Colonel.
All right.
So I'm gonna need to swap her in a sec
We can
anyway.
always use another soldier of your caliber on the team.
Thank you, ma'am.
Renewed will. Yeah, I don't really like how these pop up compared to the original. It feels a lot more bland and basic. Alright, yeah. Defeat 4 matinal Evelos in Primordia's Grieving Plains. Yeah, heck yeah. Probably gonna have to swap someone out. I'll probably swap out Lamau. This is what I think I'll do. It doesn't actually say right now, oh, you need to put Arena in your party. Is it actually not going to require me to do that? Really? Oops, wrong buttons here. Really? It gives me the option to, but I don't have to? Wow, this game is really open with its parties compared to the original. That was like very restrictive and, you know, especially with the story missions always requiring Elma and Lynn. But if you can just have whatever party you want, like whenever, and like the people that you need are always just gonna appear in cutscenes anyway, that's really nice. Like, I keep on thinking that those are regular missions when they are not. Where it's like, yeah, the story will keep on playing out the way that it needs to play out, but you can use whoever you want gameplay-wise. Like, that is really nice. A really, really big game changer. Completely changes the way that you play the game in the sense that it rewards experimentation with different party members as you get to, like, really try things out across the entire game, as opposed to, yeah, most of the time you're going to be locked into using, like, Elma and Lynn anyway. So, most of the time your party's going to be, like, this set of 3 and 1 slot of someone else that you can cycle. So, I'm very much liking this different approach. That is a extremely nice change. Probably going to make this playthrough a lot more fun, honestly. Alright, well, let's see here.
Engaging. Lay down some fire for me.
Okay. And then, but yeah, this is Arena's affinity mission, so I thought I'd be required to use her. And I'm not even. That's crazy to me. Going with whatever party I want. I can't get over that. That's just, it's really good. I really quite like that. Here I am with Elma, my character in the back seat, getting like class experience and stuff. L to have a tank and try out a non-Lin tank. And Lamau because I need affinity on him. So, make progress on that front. With the original Xenoblade Chronicles X, the getting affinity on Lao was really important because he's a character that you won't always have around. So, there comes a point in the game where you won't, where like you can't get any more affinity on him. If it's not maxed out, that's never getting maxed out. It's always left at a not maxed out state in the affinity chart. Because of that, they do require Lamau's affinity missions as part of like prerequisites to do story missions, so that you're not like locked out of content. So it forces you to do them before the end of the game. But it was always still like really dissatisfying to, let's not do this, it'll aggro the other guy. It was always really dissatisfying to see, even though I had like his unique arts, I'd done his affinity missions, having his hearts not be maxed out in my affinity chart, and it was permanently like that. I assume that with this version of the game, you probably get Lao back. I'd be kind of surprised if you didn't. So it's probably not as important to make sure that like his affinity is maxed before that point. Morning, Reggie Bump, how's it going? So I imagine it's not as important in this as base game. I won't know for sure until I get further in and see if like his leave is permanent like in the original game, or if it's temporary. I would imagine it's temporary. I really hope it's temporary. L. Yeah, that's him. That he be. Like, it's still, even if that is the case, it is still going to be important to build up affinity, just because I assume that's going to follow Xenoblade Chronicles X original rules, and that, like, his affinity missions are required. to beat the story. Like, you have to do his affinity missions at key intervals before, like, certain story chapters. I would assume that's still the case. And because he's the one character that you don't, like, keep forever in the original Xenoblade Chronicles X, he was actually programmed to gain affinity faster than other characters. So if you're trying to, like, grind up his hearts, it actually is faster with him than other characters. And I don't think he has hearts to hearts. I think it's just the affinity missions that you're required to do anyway. Maybe he would get hearts to hearts in this version, because I imagine you probably get him back in this version. I don't see why you wouldn't get him back in this version. And it would be like a nice other selling point. It's just like, hey, you don't lose him forever.
Friend saying
You know?
Tatsu is strange?
I would imagine.
Yeah, but besides that, these creatures don't really seem powerful enough to have caused blade casualties.
Exactly. The commander wouldn't send your team all the way out here just for this. We must be missing something.
Elma here. Go ahead.
Ma'am, we have an emergency. Another team is under attack near your location.
Copy that. On the way.
Alright, well, over that way we go. The chicken with balls, I had to take them out. Yeah, the character is literally L. It's taking the L here. Lao is lame anyway, never really cared about him, even on the old one. I mean, I liked him as a character. Gameplay-wise, it's like, whatever. I could put, like, other party members in my party. Like, it's not really that big a deal. Like, I would never really care much about him gameplay-wise. But I kind of like not being locked out of content and options. And I mean, story-wise, it would also make sense for you to get him back in this version, I feel like. As opposed to just like, oh yeah, he's gone. He's not joining your team anymore here. You know. Feel like it would make sense with this version, especially with like the new epilogue content. Like Lao's just like, hey, I'm back. Still got a spot for me on the team. And then I'll just like never use him in gameplay ever again, but like enjoy that he's still in the story, I guess. That's what I'll probably do. It's those guys. We'll rescue them. I don't know who I just gained affinity with, but I heard hearts with someone.
Those guys?
That's enough. Now let's get in there and take that thing down.
Who cares about what people deserve? Like, gotta think about the bigger picture here. There's only so many of us, gotta help keep us alive and stuff. But yeah, Harm here building quite the hair friendship circle. Oh, what? But yeah, we are getting quite the squad here. Wouldn't that be a bad thing, having permanent lockable content? Like, permanent lockable content? What do you mean? Because I mean, having the original game had content that was only available for like a set period. Lao was available until chapter something. I don't remember, honestly. He's available until chapter something, and then you just like never get him again. He's just like, nah, I'm outie. And never get him back for like the entire rest of the playthrough. So if you didn't max out his affinity before that point, like, sucks to suck. That's gonna be like a permanent mark on your affinity chart that isn't maxed out. Too bad for you. Hope that you weren't like a perfectionist. That's what happened to me in my playthrough 3 years ago, where it's like, I got his affinity up, I did the affinity missions I needed to, I did not max out his affinity. So he was permanently in a state of liking me, but not quite ever best friends with me in the affinity chart. And like, it doesn't affect anything, but it is a bit dissatisfying, honestly. Affinity engaged, what, I gain like enough hearts with someone to get that achievement or something? Well, you just said it being gone forever, you don't do it at a specific moment. Yeah, that's what I mean, is that it would be a bad thing to have that stuff locked out, which is why I really hope in this version, after he leaves, and after the events of the story, he's just like, hey, can I come back now? I'll probably tie into story stuff with like the Black Knight and all that for anyone that knows the post-credits of the original game.
Hey, about the other day, I'm sorry. We didn't mean anything by it.
I said it's fine already. Just
He comes back with the Black Knight, and then the Black Knight becomes a playable character as well. How cool would that be? Whoever the hell the Black Knight is, I have no idea even. Nobody's known. Maybe people know now because they've played enough into this version of the game.
Yeah,
I really hope it answers those questions.
What for?
When I, you know, hesitated to help them out.
Oh, that? No worries. Honestly, I was thinking the same thing.
What? You were?
Sure I was. A jerk is still a jerk, even if it's your job to save him.
Harsh, but fair.
I still can't believe how quick you jumped in to help.
Well, we're the only humans on this rock, you know? Our future depends on all of us, even the dirtbags. If you look at
What is this lip
it was a
syncing?
pretty easy decision. Anyway, thanks, Colonel. My head feels a lot
I don't remember
clearer.
the lip syncing being so cursed in the
appreciate you
original,
letting me
but like
tag
maybe I
along.
never paid enough attention.
Anytime, soldier.
All right, let's get back to New LA.
There, renewed will. I did the thing. Took out the indigents that have been attacking Blade operatives and reaffirmed your resolve to preserve the hopes of humanity on this world. You learned the knife art smooth recovery. Hell yeah, I'm never gonna use that. I don't know, man. Sounds like you're asking too much for a 60 quid port for a 10-year-old game. Yeah. Too much to ask here, no doubt. Segment recon complete. Another energy clip. Grab this stuff here. So I probably can just do chapter 5 right now, right? Yeah, that's what it seems like in those cutscenes. Like, it is very off-putting. There's so many affinity missions, like, holy crap. Yeah, so I did that. Renewed will. Recommended level 19. I am under-leveled, and I don't have overdrive until I finish this chapter. I can't bring Arena or Gwyn on this one. Do I think that was strong enough to do it at this point? There's a lot of enemies you can gain a lot of levels on in Chapter 5. A lot of robot enemies. It's almost 2 in the morning. If I complete that mission, I get overdrive, and then I start really destroying things. And then, like, you're never gonna hear, like, a regular battle theme ever again. I have Lamau in my party for now. I might swap that out to be something maybe a little bit more optimal when I need it here. But I may as well stay as is for now. Map with littered icon just like Ubisoft. A bit of a different way, I'd argue, but definitely some similarities. They're definitely going for a faithful remake, hence why they never fixed the lip syncing. If it was an issue in the original, I just never paid enough attention.